On this edition of inCycle, we look at the opening days of the 100th Giro d'Italia, including a surprise winner of the first Maglia Rosa.
Really, it's a dream coming true for me. To be honest, I'm overwhelmed. Since yesterday, I need to...
Tim Wellens talks us through his 2016 Giro stage victory into Roccaraso.
Stage 6 was one of the special stages that might succeed with the breakaway.
But first, we're at the Tour of Chongming Island with Chloe Hoskings.
The Tour of Chongming Island is a 3-day tour. It's just off Shanghai, and it's been running now for, I think, 8 or 9 years or something. I think I've done it 7 or 8 times, something ridiculous. So I literally know like the stages back to front. It's generally known as a sprinter's race, and we do tend to have the same sprint finish for all the stages. Literally like straight for the last 500 meters down a hill. So I guess you get a lot of practice on that sort of finish. It is a race that's often won on sprint bonuses, so it's not like you can just chill out for the entire stage and then do the final sprint. You have to be up there all day for the intermediate sprints, and you do end up getting teams going like full lead outs for the intermediate sprints. And if you catch yourself out of position and don't get any seconds in that intermediate sprint, then you're on the back foot for the rest of the tour. So you have to be really aware and awake and competitive all through the stages and make sure you pick up seconds. Like we saw last year with Wang from Chinese Taipei, who actually signed to a European team after Chongming. She won 2 stages and she was just super fast, but of course none of the Europeans had really heard of her before. And you do also get a lot of the Chinese riders and also Japan send their track squads. So they're super, super fast, and the races aren't that intensive that when they come to the finish, that sting isn't taken out of their legs, which is really hard for me because I'm a road sprinter, so I like the races to be harder, and then my sprint seems faster than it actually is. But I think that's an exciting aspect of it. And it is always crazy bunch finishes, and you're always having to fight for position, and you very rarely get just one team taking control of the lead out. So yeah, that's another aspect of the Tour of Chongming Island that you just need to be prepared for, like ready to really fight for wheels and take gaps even if they're not there. It's almost like you're not thinking, because you just have to make the decisions so quick that it just can't go through your head that quickly. So you're just following wheels, picking the lines that you think are the best and hoping for the best. And then probably when you cross the line and at dinner you're like, I can't believe I did that. Sometimes, you only win by this much or you lose by this much. So sometimes you don't know you've won until you get the call in your ear. But then other times, I guess like my win at Drenthe 8 and then also at La Course, I knew 50 meters to go that I won it. But I still think it takes a while to sink in. You throw your hands in the air, but do you really comprehend what you've just done? So I don't know if it's any different to a hill climber. It just happens faster. There are not that many chances to win a tour overall, especially now with the team time trial coming into play more in tours. So when you do have the opportunity to hunt the overall, it's pretty exciting. And obviously we lost Qatar this year, so I think Tour of Chongming Island's probably really the only one for the sprinters. So, I mean, it's just a really great feeling standing up there in the yellow jersey. So I can't really describe how it feels, but it's definitely an element of pride, like winning an overall tour. It's nice to win stages, it's nice to win one-day races, but yeah, for sure, we all grow up watching the Tour de France. So we all dream of being an overall GC rider. Just maybe genetics don't want to work our way. I love racing in Europe because I feel like that's where all the really big races are, but of course the sport has to grow, and that China and Chongming Island has been so supportive of women's cycling for what is a substantial period of time now. I think it's really great. And yeah, obviously for me, like, it was really one of my first really big international races. I went there when I was 18 and I sort of used it as a stepping stone to Europe. And I think I touched on it before, it is a good stepping stone for younger riders to use it as that opportunity to get results in what is a really big race, and then use that confidence when they come back to Europe. People always ask me, how long are you going to keep riding for? And my answer is until I don't think I'm getting better and I'm just sort of plateauing. So I do feel like I'm still getting better, and I always want to be pushing myself and seeing those small gains in training and then seeing it transfer to racing. So that's what motivates me, just yeah, seeing the improvements.
The Giro d'Italia has gifted many riders their first Grand Tour stage win. For Lotto Soudal's Tim Wellens, that landmark victory came on stage 6 of the 2016 edition.
I don't think I have enough quality to go for a GC in the Grand Tour. So I really like to pursue to win a stage in the Grand Tour. It's really not easy. There are a lot of riders who try to do it. So I was really happy with my stage win. Stage 6 was one of the special stages that might succeed with the breakaway. So in the beginning of the stage, I really want to be in breakaway. I did a lot of effort, but I didn't succeed. And I think there were 3 riders who went away because the start was fairly flat. So it's like a lottery. You have to have a lot of chance to be in breakaway. And then I thought it was over. But there was a mountain halfway the stage, and there was quite good tempo, so the escapees didn't have a lot of advantage. And then they went full in the downhill, and we were like at 1 minute from the leaders, or 2 minutes, really not much. And then I said to a teammate, do we make the jump to the front? And the race leader was Tom Dumoulin. He had the pink jersey. In the past, every year in the winter, there was a special holiday/race with the pro riders, and I was invited together with Tom Dumoulin, who was also there, and that was the first time I met Tom Dumoulin. He's a really nice guy, really friendly. And then we had a good relationship, and then we also always talked in the race. And he said, if you want to go for the stage win, I think now is the moment. He said that they didn't want to pull to get the breakaway back in the peloton. So then I went with my teammate, and we succeeded to go to the front. And then the last mountain I went solo.
Tim Lichtart, I think, just drops off the group there. His work is done for the day, and he's finding that a little bit too tough. So 4 riders will be contesting the stage win further up the road, and there they are. Bizalti, Zupa, Wellens and Laurent Didier from Luxembourg.
When we rode together with Pim to the first breakaway, we said directly go full, and I will try to finish it off. So it was from the beginning clear that Pim was helping me for 200%, and that I tried to finish it. In the breakaway, I felt really strong, but I was not 100% sure that I was strongest. So then when we began the last climb, it was 10 or 15 kilometers, it was a long, hard climb. They started to attack, and Dillier went. And then I thought everybody had difficult to follow Dillier. Then I knew for sure that was the best of the breakaway, and went up and over Dillier. On the climb I was suffering really hard, but I think the hardest point was the second part of the climb. That was really where I need to keep pushing hard on the pedals and not lose too much of my advantage. I think I was more worried about the peloton than about the other riders in the breakaway. When you're fresh in the peloton, make a good tempo, it can go fast. The time gap can go away fast. So yes, I was most scared that the peloton would come back. The info in the ear from the DS was not 100% clear. I think it was like 2 kilometers to go where I was 100% sure that they wouldn't come back and that I had the victory.
Tim Wellens, 25 years old, just 2 days ago on the race. We thought he might want to win that day. He pulled up short. Perhaps he was keeping his powder dry for today's stage. He zigzags a little from left to right in the closing funnel, but he's got minutes to play with.
I was not sure what I was going to do to celebrate the victory, so I was thinking the last few hectometers, and then I thought, I always said, when I have enough advantage in front of the others, I would do something special. And I think that was a moment to put the bike in the air, and I was super happy that I finally had the victory in the Grand Tour. The first one to congratulate me after the race, always the soigneur who was there. To be true, I don't remember who it was actually. But then, yeah, everybody get a lot of messages on Twitter, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. The phone is always constantly going. Stage 6 in the Giro 2016 will always be important for me because my first stage win in Grand Tour. I hope that there are more to follow, but it was my 3rd Grand Tour that I did, and I had a lot of pressure to go for the stage win, and then when you succeed, you're twice as happy.
With Sardinia playing host to the opening 3 stages of the 100th Giro d'Italia, the riders gathered in Allegro on the eve of the Grande Partenza to face the press before 3 weeks of action-packed racing. The start list featured arguably the strongest group of overall contenders in recent memory, but the 2 names on everyone's lips belong to defending champion Vincenzo Nibali and pre-race favourite Nairo Quintana.
Estoy bien, estoy en buena condición. Como decía antes, esta carrera, estamos en el país de Nibali, es una carrera que siempre se le ha dado bien y seguramente estará muy fuerte para intentar también por el podio. Bueno, traemos un equipo que seguramente esperamos no tener problemas. Poco a poco iremos viendo cómo se va moviendo la carrera, pero hay rivales que también van a estar muy bien, están muy fuertes y también quieren ganar la carrera.
Team Sky boasted 2 of those opponents in Geraint Thomas and Mikel Landa, but it remained to be seen how the pair would split leadership duties as the race progressed.
He's obviously a great climber. He's been 3rd in this race before. He's got the experience. He's a great athlete, and he'll certainly give us another card to play. You know, we can sort of ride off each other, and you know, we get on well.
Before the GC men did battle, though, Sardinia was expected to give the sprinters a chance to vie for the pink jersey. However, the opening stage to Olbia served up a surprise finish.
We've had riders held up and it's outside 3 kilometres to go. Oh, disaster already maybe for whoever is caught out. Great job this being done by Bora Hansgrohe, and it's Lucas Pustelberger on his Grand Tour debut who's pulling them along at the front. Pustelberger attacking then, looking behind, trying to drag it on, trying to stay out there. This is a huge attack, 500 metres to go into the headwind here, and behind they're chasing. Gaviria suddenly is in the right position. This is a great opportunity, and I think whoever it is, I think it's Pustelberger who's out there and attacked, may not be there. Oh, 200 to go now. Looks behind, he may well have it. In the meantime, the attack, this is chaos. Greipel out of position, and attacking from behind too is Caleb Ewan. In the meantime, though, it is a win and a maglia rosa for Bora Hansgrohe. Bora Hansgrohe take it, and it is Lucas Pustelberger of Austria.
Dream coming true for me. To be honest, I'm overwhelmed. Since yesterday, I need to I need to realize this maybe in some days, or yeah, the support was unbelievable, and I don't know what to say, to be honest with you.
Lucas, bravo! Yeah. I'm Bernhard Gerstbauer from the race club Lambach in Upper Austria. and we are a small club. And we are the first club for Lucas. Yesterday, this I don't know, this is a dream for me, for all. Not really. I make the way with Lucas 15 years. From the small guy with 12 years, and the first trainer in the club in Austria. And Lucas says, I would like to make a professional rider, and this is the goal. This is the goal from Lucas, and this is the pink jersey is fabulous.
While the sprinters have been caught out on day one, they would not be so easily fooled on the run-in to Tortoli.
It's going to be an explosive finish there as they come into Tortoli. Who's going to take it? And it's launched on the left-hand side in the purple. Oh, mechanical for Ewan. He's out the game. Ewan's angry. It's all about the gorilla. Here comes Greipel against Gavinia. And it is Andre Greipel who will pull on the pink jersey for the first time in his career.
While Greipel had never previously worn the leader's jersey in a Grand Tour, the German stage win was his 22nd in the 3-week races, and he was being tipped to add another to his collection before the race headed for Sicily.
For sure, it was a relief to get a stage win, and plus extra also this jersey on the shoulders makes us proud, myself as well. So let's see what the upcoming stages bring.
Much like the opening day, however, Stage 3 had a late surprise in store as Quick-Step Floors used their classics acumen to rip the peloton apart in the crosswinds over the last 10 kilometres.
They're opening up the centre, and Ewan opens up as well. I beg your pardon, Gaviria. He's going for this one. It's going to be him. He's got the backup. He's got the win. Oh, he's taken it on the day. But look at the gaps. It's down to the wind and quality work by Quick-Step Floors, and boy, is that important for them.
A problem with his pedal in the closing kilometres saw Greipel forced to concede the race lead as Grand Tour debutant Fernando Gaviria left Sardinia with both a stage win and the Maglia Rosa. However, with a summit finish atop Mount Etna on Stage 4, there was an early opportunity for local favourite Vincenzo Nibali and the other mountain men to come to the fore.
Diciamo che nel dispendio del Giro d'Italia la tappa dell'Etna è una tappa molto importante, è una tappa molto difficile. Magari non sarà quella decisiva perché è la prima, però può essere molto pericolosa. Quello sicuramente è quello che tutti i corridori un po' temono, e c'è un perché faremo 3 tappe qui in Sardegna, poi ci sarà un trasferimento con un giorno di riposo dove cercheremo di fare comunque un allenamento abbastanza sostenuto per non perdere il ritmo e affrontare il giorno dopo la tappa dell'Etna, che è una tappa di 180 km circa con 4.000 metri di dislivello, e quindi è una tappa di tutto rispetto.
They've gone the wrong way, they've been misguided, they were going to go left and they have to come right.
This man still at the front, Jan Polanc, riding for UAE Emirates. He's doing a sterling job still today. We've got an attack from Vincenzo Nibali, who's going on for Bahrain Marina.
He's going for it, lights it up, the Shark of Messina. He wants the leader's jersey and no response. Nobody's gone with him. incredible push this has been. He's got a little unkind kick up until he gets to the line. There's a GPM waiting for him, and he realizes, yes, he's done it. This is his day. Absolutely superb. One for the neutrals, one for Slovenia, and a big one for Palank. Biggest win of his career so far.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing today. Today, probably nobody expecting the breakaway to arrive to the finish because we didn't have a big gap before the last climb. We were in 4 all day, so it was difficult, but I'm very happy.
La tappa della 100ª edizione del Giro di Wellens! Torna a vestire il simbolo del primato al Giro d'Italia al termine di questa giornata memorabile. È campione nazionale del Lussemburgo, difende i colori della Quickstep Floor.
That's all for this week. Join us next time on inCycle. But until then, keep up to date with us across social media.